Another Ants on a Rock video. Welcome to the Ant Corner. Hey there Ant fans, just a quick little update today as I've got a lot going on at the moment, and I've even got a new awesome bioactive build in mid-process at the minute, so that'll be coming on the channel real soon, and I haven't had much time to film much other stuff. But here we are. This is the colony called the Impostors. They are Lasius Niger. Currently in their first year, they are doing very well. Probably around 50 to 100 workers, although it's hard to really tell as a lot of them spend their time within the nesting chambers, and I tend not to look very often as I don't want to disturb them. This colony is actually doing the best out of all of my Lasius Nigers. It is cared for by me and one of my daughters, and I believe that is why, because I actually did a lot less with it than I did with my colonies. I fed them less, I checked on them less, I actually didn't check on them at all for the entire founding stage. I just let my daughter decide, and she said we're not going to check on them at all. They've actually doubled the numbers of my other Lasius Nigers, which started at exactly the same time, and they've just completely outcompeted them. So today I've added this new spare outworld that I had from Antboy UK. It's actually a really good outworld, really easy to connect, mainly because the lid section is rubbish. I'm going to get this completely sealed off soon, because the lid that came with it was warped and awful and horrible. So sorry about the crap focus. So to start with, I've placed the outworld up on these game boxes just to bring it to the little level next to the nest and outworld that they already had, the actual nest unit that they've been living in. This is just to make the connection as small as possible, so that when I start to feed them, which I have started to do in the outworld section, they could instantly smell that and travel between them, which they instantly started to do. They travelled straight into the outworld, as you can see here, and they started to feed on the cotton candy, which I was putting on the cotton wool, and a waxworm, and they've also had a mealworm in here. So it's going really well. The next trick is to add a longer tube. Now they're getting used to going in and out of this extra outworld and knowing that they need to go there to find their food. I will add more length to the tube to be able to put the outworld on the bottom section of the shelf without all the stuff that it's sat on top. They'll hopefully travel the entire length, and I'll also be able to put a second connection tube in there for further extensions when they're needed. So this is just temporary positioning in, but it's working really well, and as I say, this colony's doing amazing. Lasius Niger are an amazing species of ants. They're often overlooked by ant keepers or even just people walking about because they don't really have any cool traits. They have a very standard diet, they're very easy to care for, they don't need any extra heat or humidity requirements, and they don't have any stings or anything like that. So they're quite an easy and they often do get overlooked. But I think Lasius Niger are awesome. Their techniques to eat their food, the way they swarm all over it, the way they recruit their workers, it's so cool. And when there is a threat, they all gather together and they start to pull on their opponent, whatever it may be, until it can't actually attack them, and they just neutralize it like that. It's really interesting to see, really cool to see how they work together with it. Like I say, really great ants, really hardy as well, and really industrious. They have dug so much in this nest, which is one of the reasons I wanted them in a stand nest where they had the ability to dig. Their tunnels are insane, they're so cool to sit and watch, and soon I will be taking the tinfoil off completely, exposing them just to the red light so that they can get fully used to it, and it's a bit better for filming, which means I can give you a full tour of what nest they have built, which includes egg chambers, a queen's chamber, a separate chamber which they all just like to sit in, and I think they've even got a chamber where they like to take in any bits of food that they can take. Whatever, it's a really cool nest, and I'd love to actually show you what's going on in there properly. So that's going to come up on the channel soon. As I mentioned earlier, I am in the middle of another bioactive build in one of my tanks. It's not quite as big as the other one, but it's going to be a really cool, interesting scape and a really cool ant species going in there. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It hasn't been featured on the channel yet, so it's brand new. No one knows anything about it, so you're going to have to come in, press that little subscribe button and the bell, and keep your eyes open for when I do post the video. It's not going to be in the next few days. It might be next week, it might be the week after. It will be when it's done and I'm happy with the video and the editing's done as well, because that does take a lot of time as well. But again, this is going to be a great feature for us. This is one of my really exciting builds which I cannot wait to get finished and cannot wait to show you. I really can't wait to introduce you to the ants that are going in it. It's going to be absolutely awesome, and I hope that you do sign in and come and join me for that in the future. Also, whilst I'm on the topic of future coming out things, I will be having another big giveaway at 250 subscribers. I'm just below 200 right now, so if you feel like sharing any of my videos or inviting any of your friends to subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. It'll get us to that 250 a little bit faster, and I'm planning a really massive giveaway for that one. So loads of prizes and loads of comps, and hopefully loads of happy ant keepers. So we've got that to look forward to. We've got a couple of collaborations coming up with other YouTubers that I've been involved with. That's going to be really awesome to release. They're in the editing process right now. I've got some more further expansion videos of other stuff that's going on in the Ant Corner. Full Ant Corner updates, they're coming out as well. Some new ant colonies. And in general, lots of really cool, exciting stuff. So as they say, you got to be in it to win it. Press that subscribe button and don't miss out. And of course, don't forget to check out my Discord server and my Facebook page. I'm on there regularly. You can contact me directly. You can talk to me about my ants and the different tanks and stuff going on. I'm always asking for suggestions on my large bioactive tank. So get involved. I'd love to speak to you all. And don't forget to drop me a comment in the box below. Now, one last thing before I go. Obviously, in this hot weather we're having in the UK at the moment, don't forget to keep your ants nice and cool, and don't let them go over the temperature they need. This might involve using a fan or some kind of cooling system around your ants and turning off all your heat appliances around them. I'm currently using no heat wires, no heat mats, no heat lamps, no heat anything. I've got a fan on to keep my ants cool and at the right temperature, and you need to do the same. And as always, see you again, ant fans.